I need to look at the clock?
No.
Okay.
I'm Tonya G. Tune in every Sunday at 2 p.m. for the Tonya G Show. Let's talk health, politics, business, and more. Interested in being a guest? Email us at viralstreamtv.com. Streaming live on Viral Stream TV on YouTube, powered by the KPG Agency. The Tonya G Show every Sunday at 2 p.m. on BDAY 99.1. Hello, we are live, and welcome to the Tonya G Show, where we discuss all topics from politics, community to business, health, and more. Today, my guest is business owner Justin Freeman. He is the owner of YourCBD store here in Jackson, Mississippi. He's here to educate us on what CBD is and the benefits. Thank you so much for joining us today, Justin.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So let's just dive right into it. What is CBD? What does CBD stand for? And just tell us a little bit about that.
Gotcha. So basically what CBD is a cannabinoid. Our bodies naturally produce cannabinoids, but the thing is, most of us, we just aren't producing enough of it. So what this product does is just promote our bodies to produce the right level. Now, it puts our body in a state of, it puts our endocannabinoid system into a state of homeostasis. That's just a medical term for balance. Once that happens, that's what starts to reduce inflammation, regulate the immune system, as well as promote serotonin, which impacts our mood to put us in a good state of mind. So that's basically what CBD is. It's just a cannabinoid.
So that's what CBD stands for, cannabinoid.
Well, cannabidiol.
Okay, I don't even know why I'm asking you like I'm a doctor, but
yeah, CBD stands for cannabidiol. So that's just the abbreviation for cannabidiol.
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 Okay. Tell us, because I think a lot of people confuse CBD with marijuana. So kind of dispel the difference between CBD and medicinal marijuana.
Gotcha. So CBD comes from the industrial hemp plant. So the difference between cannabis and hemp is cannabis is high in THC and low in CBD, while your hemp is high in CBD and low in THC. The THC is the psychoactive component that gives you the quote unquote the high, while the CBD is more so medicinal and it gives you the relaxation of the body as well as all the other health benefits of it.
So what is hemp and CBD are of the same thing? Hemp is not marijuana. I think too people confuse hemp with being marijuana. So hemp is more of a CBD cannabinoid type of deal.
Right, absolutely right. So like I said, the difference between hemp and the cannabis is high in the THC, low in the CBD, while the hemp itself is high in CBD, low in THC. So with the CBD, you're getting the health benefits of the cannabis just without the high.
You're not getting high, people, if you take CBD. You're not getting high. So talk a little bit about how you got into this business and why.
Gotcha. So the way that I got into this business, first of all, I just always kind of been into the holistics, taking more so of a holistic approach on my health. I try not to take any type of medications or put any foreign substances in my body and that type of stuff, because we already know what those things can or may cause and things like that, as far as the side effects, the codependency and things of that nature. But the way I got into this business was just, it was a business opportunity that was just presented to me. My mentor, he actually has a couple of stores down in the New Orleans area, so shout out Charlie Nugent.
Is that where you're from? You're from New Orleans, right?
Yeah, okay. From the metro area, Metairie to be exact. And he has a couple of stores down there, one in Metairie, one in Kennerin over on the West Bank, and the opportunity got presented to me. So I felt like it would be so unique to open up a business like this and bring it to Jackson, because I thought this would just be a progressive step for the city to take.
Now, were you having some health issues yourself? Because I know for me, a lot of us, we do depend on doctors, and don't get me wrong, we need medical doctors. I am not against medical doctors, but I do feel like a lot of us do not take our health in our own hands, and we do allow doctors to make a lot of decisions for us that we could kind of make on our own. Were you having some type of medical issues yourself as to why that prompted you to get into it too? And kind of talk about that. I watched an interview that you had done with the Cypher Voice, and you talked about anxiety a little bit. So kind of talk about some of the issues you have gone through health-wise that kind of helped to get you to this point as well.
Gotcha. Well, as far as health issues, I'm relatively healthy. Hasn't had any major issues as far as like high blood pressure, diabetes, or anything like that. From time to time, I do deal with a little bit of anxiety, I guess just because of my lifestyle. You're my entrepreneur, and you know a lot of things that come with being an entrepreneur, it could be a little bit stressful and things like that. And so I was just just kind of introduced to CBD in that way, you know, because I had tried a lot of different things to kind of help manage the anxiety. And someone told me, hey, Justin, you tried everything else, so why not try CBD?
Not?
You know, so I gave CBD a try. And honestly, I was one of those ones that was a little bit skeptic at first, you know.
Right.
But that's why we offer free samples over at YourCBD store Jackson, just because we believe that the proof is in the oil. And once I began to take it and I put myself on a regimen and I stuck to the regimen, that's the most important thing as well, too. A lot of us have began taking CBD and we feel like we're not seeing the type of results we want to see in the timely manner that we want to see, so we don't stick to our regimen. But the regimen is very important, just like the milligram is. So once I got myself on the CBD regimen and I found the correct milligram for myself, I started to benefit and see different benefits to it. So I said, hey, you know what, maybe it is something to CBD. I started to introduce some family and some friends to it, and before you know it, I was on the journey of opening up a CBD store.
I want to talk about what you took initially, because a lot of people tend to think if it's not working overnight, it's not working. You know, it takes years to build up a disease and inflammation and different problems with your body. So you have to give your body time to kind of adjust to whatever it is you're ingesting. So we're going to go to a commercial break real quick, and I want you to kind of get into what you took when you were going through your anxiety, or just a little bit of what you took. Don't forget, we are live streaming on YouTube at Viral Stream TV. So share the live stream link with your family and friends outside of the Jackson metro area. We'll be right back with my guest, Justin Freeman. Bob knows it's never too early for a final expense policy to protect his son. Sue made sure that all their final expense policies are in place. Helen's final expense policy guarantees she won't be a burden to her daughter. Jane's mother's final expense policy covered her final arrangements and so much more. Your final expense policy can cover funeral services, medical bills, debt, and provide cash security. And there are no medical exams required. Call the KPG agency at 601-500-2751 to set up your policy today. COVID has shown us life is not promised. It does not discriminate against race, gender, or age. Do you have life insurance coverage to protect you and your loved ones? Visit thekpgagency.com or call 601-500-2751 to start your policy today.
You're watching Viral Stream TV.
Tell us what it was you started out trying for your anxiety.
Gotcha. So I started off with the sublingual tincture. Now, the sublingual tincture is taken twice a day, and it's just you're going to do a half a dropper under the tongue. It takes about an hour to get the benefits, but we're looking at about 4 to 8 hours in the body as far as duration. So I started off with the sublingual tincture. I started seeing great results with it. And
what did you see? Like what results were you seeing with that?
Gotcha. So I started to notice that I wasn't as anxious. I started to notice that I wasn't as frustrated. And I also started to notice that I was a little bit more relaxed and I wasn't as tense as I was like in the past and things like that.
Okay. So you brought a couple of products, a few products.
Yeah.
Kind of go through everything that you have and break down what it is and kind of the benefits of everything.
Cool. So the first product that we have here is one of our best-selling products as well as one of our fastest working products. This right here is called a water soluble. The way that you take a water soluble is you want to do 1 full dropper, which is 1 full milliliter, to every 8 ounces of liquid that you're drinking. And you want to do this twice a day, once in the morning time, once in the evening time. Now with the water solubles, the great thing about it is it's nano size, so it's more bioavailable, so it's dissolved in the bloodstream a whole lot quicker. So it only takes about 5 to 7 minutes to get the benefits of the water soluble, so it's more of a faster acting product. So if you have a lot of anxiety going on or maybe some pains, you just put a full milliliter to any 8 ounce of beverage that you're drinking, juice, water, coffee, it really doesn't matter. And you'll start to get the benefits. I don't want to say immediately, but within about 5 to 10 minutes. So this is a real popular product as well as one of our most fast acting products as well. So
and that's for anxiety?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Well, it's for a number of different things. CBD has many different health benefits. I do want to make a disclaimer. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so I can't make health claims.
Right.
But people have seen tremendous benefits in CBD. People reported from anxiety, depression, PTSD, fibromyalgia, arthritis, because see, what we got to keep in mind is anything that has itis in it, that's a Latin word, and that's associated with inflammation. So if
arthritis.
Exactly. Arthritis, meningitis, laryngitis, bronchitis, all that's inflammation. So in order to kind of start to find relief from that, what we want to do is start to reduce the inflammation. By CBD putting our body in a state of homeostasis, it tends to work pretty good for that as well. People tend to benefit as well. Now this right here is going to be our sublingual tincture. This is kind of what I started off taking, our sublingual tincture. So really the difference between the two is just the method. So the tincture is taken just like a B12 supplement. You just want to do a half a drop or under the tongue. You want to hold it there for about 60 to 90 seconds just to kind of let it start dissolving and things like that. And you want to swallow any remaining oil. With any of our oils, we recommend that you take it twice a day, once in the morning time, once in the evening time.
Does it taste good, Justin?
Does it taste good? Yeah. I mean, the great
it's
thing...
blueberry, right? That's the flavor.
Yeah, this is blueberry, but we have a wide variety of flavors: lemon, orange, cinnamon, blueberry. So yeah, just stop on by and see what you like. But yeah, they all taste good. And I do want to kind of bring this up. We are the only CBD company that's USDA certified organic, and that's huge. That is very huge.
Well, that's important to a lot of people, because if it's not regulated by the FDA or the USDA, then people are like, I don't want it. So, okay, yes, great disclaimer. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and a lot of times you don't know what you're getting or what you're not getting, but we all backed with our third-party lab testing. We have our QR code on back, so you could just scan that and pull that up so you can see exactly what's in the product and what's not in the product. We test for pesticides, insecticides, heavy metals, contaminants, and things of that nature. But back to what I was saying about this hemp supplement, it's just, you're just going to take a half a drop, which is 0.5 milliliters. You're going to put that under the tongue, hold it for about 60 to 90 seconds just to kind of start to let it dissolve. After that, you want to swallow any remaining oil. So the difference between the water soluble and your tincture is they're both going to work the same way as far as like reduce inflammation, promote serotonin, regulate the immune system. It's just your water soluble takes about 5 to 7 minutes to get the benefits. You're looking at about 3 to 6 hours in the body as far as duration. Everybody is different. And your tincture, since it is more of an oil-based concentrated, it's going to take about an hour to get the benefits, and we're looking at about 4 to 8 hours in the body as far as duration. Of course, everybody is different.
Right.
Now, when it comes down to CBD, I do kind of want to reiterate this, because there's some people out there that are saying, you know what, I tried CBD and it hasn't worked for me. I always like
Did you try it long enough?
Right. That, and I always like to say, did you really try CBD? You want to get it from a reputable brand, a brand that's backed by third-party lab testing and stuff like that, because there's a lot of misleading information out there. There's a lot of companies that say, hey, we have this amount of CBD in there, but once you bring it to the lab and test it, it has little to no CBD in there.
So if it's, there are different milligrams and servings, just like there's potency for Advil or any type of medicine that you're taking.
Right.
There's different milligrams for the CBD oils and stuff. So tell me the difference between tinctures and water soluble again. Kind of break that down a little bit.
Yeah, I'll break that down again. So basically, your water soluble, they're both just different methods, okay? But they're both going to work to do the same thing for you, which is put the endocannabinoid system into a state of homeostasis. But with the water solubles, you just want to do 1 full milliliter to every 8 ounces of beverage that you're drinking. It's more of a faster acting product because it's nano size, so it's more bioavailable, meaning it's dissolved in the bloodstream a whole lot quicker. While tinctures, they're more of an oil-based concentrated, so that's really the difference between the two. One just works faster than the other.
Okay.
Absolutely right.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here. Don't forget to watch us that tongue is heavy. Don't forget to watch us streaming live on YouTube at Viral Stream TV, powered by the KPGagency.com. I help people with life insurance. We definitely need to get our life insurance and our final expenses in order, people. So check out the KPGagency.com. I'll be right back with my guest, Justin Freeman.
Y'all keep it locked. It's BDAY 99.1.
Hi, I'm Tonya Gray with your Insurance Minute. Final expenses, including the cost of a burial or cremation, can cost a family upwards of $10,000. Many people dedicate a portion of a life insurance payout to covering these costs. Some other common uses for a life insurance payout include paying off your debts, making mortgage payments, paying funeral costs, setting up an inheritance, paying estate taxes, paying medical bills, or just maintaining a certain standard of living. When deciding whether or not to buy a life insurance policy, it is important to start by determining the purpose of the life insurance policy and the amount of desired coverage. The KPG agency can help you determine just how much life insurance is needed and the term length you should consider buying. It is also important to consider the monthly cost of the insurance. Contact the KPG agency for a free quote to start a policy today.
Y'all keep it locked. It's BDAY 99.1.
You're watching Viral Stream TV.
We are back live with my guest, Justin Freeman. He is the owner of YourCBD store. And we were talking about the different products that he's brought here. So you have something for pets. Who knew that pets could take CBD supplements as well. Kind of talk about what you have here.
Yeah,
Justin.
so right here are our beef bites right here, our steak bites, excuse me. Now, as far as CBD, when it comes down to pets, every living thing has an endocannabinoid system and produces cannabinoids, but we don't produce enough of it. So whether it's a bird, a dog, a cat, a fish, a horse.
That word.
But none of us are just producing enough of it. So the same way that we benefit from CBD, so do our pets. And it's just a great alternative as well as a healthy alternative for pets as well. No artificial flavors, colors, preservatives in here, and it's all natural food. Honestly, like we could eat this stuff and be fine. That's how natural the food is in here. And with the animals, each piece of a pet bite is 5 milligrams of CBD per piece.
So how many would you need to give your pet in one setting? Like a couple or so a day, or every other day?
That's a great question right there. The great thing about CBD, since it is all natural, we could literally never have too much of it. So whatever our bodies don't use,
you can't OD
through the urine process. No, because it is all natural, no side effects, no codependency, no the body rejected in any type of way. So whatever we don't use, we just discard through the urine process, and that's whether our pets are using CBD or we're using CBD as well too. And just kind of want to back up and reiterate a little bit. We always like to say if you're not benefiting from CBD, you just haven't found the correct milligram, because everybody is different. Everybody pain and ailments and things like that is a little bit different. Right. Absolutely right. So if you have tried CBD, maybe you started off at a lower milligram, maybe you weren't consistent with it, we would recommend starting off at a little bit of a higher milligram, because the great thing about it is you can always taper down if you need to, but if you need a little bit more, you have a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Make sense?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What else you got here? What is this product?
Yeah. So this right here is actually, so this right here is actually our CBG raw hemp. Okay, so CBG is different from CBD. Most people know about
CBG is different from CBD.
Correct.
We're talking CBD as in dog and CBG as in girl.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. And CBG is different from CBD is different from CBG. That's the great thing about us. Over at YourCBD store, we're not just a CBD store. We're a plant science company leading the industry with technology innovation. So we just don't focus on the one cannabinoid, which is CBD. We focus on all the cannabinoids. There's over 100 cannabinoids itself that makes up the hemp plant, whether it's CBD, THC, CBG, CBN, and we focus on all of them over at YourCBD store. So this right here is actually our CBG raw hemp flower. Now, the thing about CBG is, of course, I'm not a doctor. I can't make health claims. I got to make that disclaimer. But studies have shown CBG to have a lot of neurological properties, as well as being high in energy, focus, as well as revigoration. And the great thing about it being in a raw hemp is just the hemp in its rawest form here. So of course it could be rolled up, it could be smoked. Some people like to grind it up and put it in a smoothie. They like to put it in their oatmeal. So there's no right or wrong way to get the cannabinoids in you, as long as you're getting the cannabinoids in you.
So it kind of does look, if people are familiar with marijuana, it kind of does look a little bit like that. So you can sprinkle it on your food is what you're saying, or you can sprinkle it in your smoothie, on your salads, on your food, and it's not going to give you the high of THC, but to give you just the medicinal components of healing.
Right, absolutely. Okay, of course, I can't say healing, but you're getting the health without the high. The FDA is something, you know. So we just gotta keep it clean.
I don't want to get it. I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
We just gotta keep it clean for the FDA. But yeah, absolutely right. So basically, what it gives you is all the benefits of the cannabis, just without the high.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
And it has different milligrams and servings in the potency of it as well.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
You can get different servings of that. Okay.
Yep. Whenever you're dealing with well, not so much with your raw hemp. It's going to be less reliable from a numerical standpoint as far as dosage, because it's the hemp in its rawest form. But when it comes down to the oils as well as the creams, yeah, there's different milligrams and things like that as well that you can get.
Yes, I want to talk about your topical cream. Okay. Let's go to this product and what it does.
Gotcha.
Because, you know, women love lotions and smell good stuffs and all of that. So, yeah, talk about the topical cream.
Gotcha. So our topical cream is one of our best-selling products right here. The great thing about it is it's another fast-acting product. So you just need a pea-size amount. You just apply it to wherever.
What does it smell like?
It actually has peppermint oil in here as well. So if you have like a headache or a migraine, just put some on your temples, right behind your ears. Give it about 10 to 15 minutes.
You can't lather in it like lotion. Huh? It's just you know, hit certain areas. Is that what? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely right. You just want to take a pea-sized amount. Great thing about this, a little bit goes a long way, so you really don't need much to start to get the benefits of it. But of course, you're going to use this as needed, just like all of our other products as well too. So, but yeah, you just want to take a pea-sized amount, apply it to wherever you're having some discomfort. You want to give it about 5 to 7 minutes to start to get the benefits, and the relief has been experienced to last for about 2 to 8 hours. Okay. And then of course, like I mentioned, with the peppermint oil in there as well, for a headache or a migraine, just put a little bit on the temples, right behind the ears, give it about 10 to 15 minutes. Now with our topical creams comes in a wide variety of different milligrams. We have it in a 500 milligram, a 1000 milligram, as well as a 2000 milligram. And we do offer both spectrums over at YourCBD store at Jackson. Both spectrums of CBD oil, which is a broad spectrum oil, as well as a full spectrum oil. And the difference between a broad spectrum and a full spectrum is, so like this topical.
Hold that thought, Justin. Don't forget, we are live streaming on YouTube at Viral Stream TV. Share the link with your family and friends outside of the Jackson metro area. I'm Tonya Gray with your Insurance Minute. People buy life insurance for a number of reasons. One of the primary reasons is providing income protection for a family in the event a breadwinner passes away. Another reason is providing financial security for children should something happen to the parents. Life insurance can even be a way to offset estate taxes in large estate plans. Another reason some people buy life insurance is to save for retirement. The cash value in some permanent life insurance policies can grow tax deferred, and the cash value can be borrowed at a later date. When using life insurance as a cash savings vehicle, it is important to understand the internal fees and guarantees that are built into the policy. Life insurance should be used as a tool for financial protection in case of death. The KPG agency's focus is to provide financial protection in the most cost-effective way possible. Contact us today to start your policy.
You're watching Viral Stream TV.
My guest, Justin Freeman, the owner of YourCBD store, and we were talking about broad spectrum and full spectrum. So yes, kind of break that down for us.
Gotcha. So with CBD, there's 2 different spectrums. There's a broad spectrum oil, which is THC free, and there's a full spectrum oil, which is our sublingual tincture right here. This blueberry sublingual tincture is actually a full spectrum oil. So the difference between broad spectrum and full spectrum is your full spectrum is going to have a THC level. It's 0.039 psychoactive. It just does a better job at bonding to the receptors in the body. But of course, with any CBD product, you can't guarantee that it won't show up or create a false positive in a drug test. So people just need to keep that in mind whenever they are dealing with CBD products.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, let's talk about this product here on the bottom.
Yeah, so this product we have on the bottom is a fan favorite right here. These are our gummies. These are our watermelon rains right here, broad spectrum, so they're THC free. The great thing about this, people love to use these in addition to like a water soluble or a tincture taken daily. So if a person may have a headache or a migraine, instead of taking an ibuprofen, they'll just eat like 1 or 2 of these. Or if a person wakes up and they're a little bit sore or something like that, they'll eat about 1 or 2 gummies before they lie down and go to bed. Then the next morning they'll wake up feeling more refreshed and not as sore. It's just another great thing to add to your CBD regimen or your CBD routine and take in addition to a water soluble or tincture taken daily. We have these in a wide variety of flavors. We have watermelon rains, we have peach rains, we have the sour worms, we have hard candies, honey sticks, and all of our edibles are 10 milligrams of CBD per piece.
You have suckers?
No, we don't have any suckers, but all of our edibles are 10 milligrams of CBD per piece. It is going through the digestive process, so it's going to be about 90 minutes to get the benefits of it, because that's normally what the digestive process takes, about 90 minutes.
Okay. Okay. And this last product here.
Yeah, so that right there is just our body lotion. The great thing about our body lotion, it has a wonderful scent. You'll think of some Bath and Body Works or something like that, a little bit of cucumber mint scent to it. It's 150 milligrams of CBD. Now, studies have shown, of course, I'm not a doctor, so I can't make health claims. We just got to keep reiterating that for the FDA. But of course, studies have shown CBD when it comes down to the skin to kind of help kill off those dead skin cells while they're helping to promote the healthy ones. And that's what we want whenever we're dealing with like eczema, psoriasis, things of that nature.
So you also have a component for women's wellness. Talk about that a little bit. As I was looking over your website, you have hemp oil. We've gone over water solubles, whole plant products. I think we'll get into that. Edibles, skincare topicals, you have pets, something for your pets and books and lab reports and all of that. So kind of talk about the women's wellness component of this CBD products.
Yeah, and it's just another line that we have with our products. It's called the Maxine and Morgan capsules, and those are designed with women in mind, for women by women. So a lot of women like to use those around the time of the month when they're going through, the menstrual cramps and things of that nature.
It does help with that.
And a lot of women have reported that they have benefited tremendously as far as with our Maxine and Morgan capsules if they're dealing with cramps and PMS and that type of stuff.
Do they take that before the cramps come, or they take that during? I mean, it's just kind of up to you. You can take it every day before your cycle. Like, how does it work?
Right. And like I said, there's no right or wrong way to use CBD. So if you have it on hand and you feel it and your time of month is coming up, go ahead on and start making preparation for that. But even if you start to use it while you're cramping and things like that, that's fine as well. There is no right or wrong way to use CBD as long as you're getting CBD in you. But I would recommend with that taking the capsule twice a day, once in the morning time, once in the evening time, just to really help you out so you could get the full benefits of CBD. And you should start to feel the first benefits. Well, you should start to feel the benefits in about 1 or 2 hours. But then after about a week and a half is when you get the full benefits of CBD. And that's any CBD product, because it has to get into the system. It has to start to regulate those compounds.
You and I were kind of talking off camera a little bit. It takes years to build up inflammation and disease in your body. So I want our listeners and viewers to understand that just as long as it's taken to build up that disease in your body, it's going to take, a few months or so to kind of maybe see the benefits. So don't give up on it if it's not working overnight. It's going to take some time to kind of see the benefits of it. I want to talk a little bit about why you think people are so hesitant to try other things outside of what a Western medicinal doctor kind of prescribes for us.
Gotcha. Well, we first need to understand that a lot of medications that we take actually come from plant-based medications or plant-based medicines per se, but it's just been manipulated and it's being transformed and just kind of remarketed out there, and different things of that nature. Now, the reason why I think a lot of people are so hesitant to take more of a holistic approach on their health is just because we've been programmed not to. We've been programmed just to kind of hear what the doctor says, believe what the doctor says, and not look outside of that box, not think outside of that box.
Right.
Because this is just my personal opinion. Of course, I'm not making any health claims or anything like that, but through my research and study, I feel like everything that our body needs to heal itself or replace itself, we already have it. Now, the problem is either we produce too much of it or we don't produce enough of it. Just realistically, inflammation is a natural response to the body. So that's like if you wake up and you get out of bed in the morning and you stub your toe on the corner of the bed, it hurts, but guess what starts to happen? A signal gets sent to your brain saying, hey, you just hurt your foot, you need to repair itself. So your body starts to send a little bit of inflammation to start to repair itself. So the inflammation isn't a bad thing. It's when our bodies become too inflamed is when we start to deal with those issues. So that's why it's very important that we want to have our body and continuously keep our body in a state of homeostasis to where everything is just balanced out.
So also tell our viewers, do you need a prescription for any type of usage of CBD products?
Yeah, no prescription is needed. Yep.
Okay, people, it's okay. So you don't have to get permission from your doctor. You can come in and check it out and see what's going on. Justin, I thought we were going to go a little bit longer, but we are not. Tell the people where they can find you.
Gotcha. So we're located at 310 Briarwood Drive, Jackson, Mississippi. We're about 4 blocks off of I-55 Frontage Road. We're right next door to Dollar General. Our number is 601-957-7972. And our slogan is, have you really tried CBD? Probably not. So stop in, say hello. We offer free samples daily. We do curbside service. We do over the phone consultations, free consultations.
So you can. Gotcha. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Y'all keep it locked. It's BDAY 99.1.
You're watching Viral Stream TV.
I'm Tonya G with your Insurance Minute. Life insurance comes in many forms, but it helps to first understand the two major types: term life insurance and permanent life insurance. Term life insurance covers the policyholder only for a predetermined amount of time, known as the policy's term. Terms typically last from 5 years up to 40 years, and insurance companies will only pay a death benefit if the policyholder dies within the limits of the term. On average, term policies are the most affordable type of life insurance on the market. Permanent life insurance. stays in force for your entire life as long as your premiums are paid on time and in full. Unlike term life insurance, it builds tax-deferred cash value over time. A portion of the premium payments is designated for the cash value component. Value can build over time and at different rates depending on the type of permanent policy you have. Contact the KPG agency to find out more and start your policy today.
Y'all keep it locked. It's BDAY 99.1.
I'm Tonya G. Tune in every Sunday at 2 p.m. for the Tonya G Show. Let's talk health, politics, business, and more. Interested in being a guest? Email us at viralstreamtv.com. Streaming live on Viral Stream TV on YouTube, powered by the KPG agency. The Tonya G Show every Sunday at 2 p.m. on BDAY 99.1.